Hi guys, John Moore with you again, and we're doing the first update on the Tiger 1 Ausf E German heavy tank early production from Zvezda. It's a 135 kit and it's kit number 3646. So let's have a look at where I am at the moment of it. I started it St. Stephen's Day, or Boxing Day for the English people out there. They call it Boxing Day. In Ireland we call it St. Stephen's Day. I'm sure there's other different names for it around the world, but that's what we call it anyway. And I started it then, which would have been Monday. Today being, what day is today? Thursday. So today's Thursday, and I've got, shall we say, this far. Now I'll just throw out my little black cloth. This I found very handy. I bought this last year. And what it is just, I bought a metre square, or a metre length of black cotton, and I can fold it up and do whatever size. I can sort of cover practically the whole bench with it. And when it comes to looking at my parts of kits and things, excuse me now while I turn this down. There we go. It's easier to see them in a black background, and I keep this inside in a nice little bag, keep it nice and clean, and I can use it then any time. Anyway, enough about that. It's just a handy little tip for those people who want it for filming and photographing. It's easier on the black background. Right. Well, now here I am at the moment. Here's the ups the daisy. That's just a little holder I made for the turret, because there's bits stick out the bottom and you can't lay it flat. Right. Well, here I am with the turret. It's quite nice. If you see here, if that will focus, there we go. I have the smoke launchers wired up. I'm quite happy with how they turned out. Searched loads of reference photos and things like that, and the wiring is really tidy up there. It's not a big sort of bundle of wires behind here. They're really neat and tidy and tiny, and they go up along here and straight down a hole beside the mounting bracket for them. So anyway, I haven't got the top glued on, and I won't be gluing the top on. And the reason I won't be gluing the top on is because this kit comes with a lovely turret interior. Now, so for that, like with the smoke launchers, they're supposed to be mounted here and here. And same with the spare ammunition, it's going to be along the side, so I'm only going to glue it to the bottom section so that I can lift up the top and look inside there and see that. Now, I think that is fabulous. Now, I have it painted up, weathered, and everything else, but that was very enjoyable to make. It took me about 2 or 3 days to get it right. Now, considering the time of year, when I say 2 or 3 days, it's only say an hour or two here and an hour or two there during the day, because of the holiday period. It's family time, so you can't ignore everybody and just start modelling for the time being. But I get a bit done here and a bit done there, and that is a nicely detailed interior. And it would be a shame to go to all that bother and then glue it all up, hide it. And there's no other way. You have to either not fix these properly. So when the tank is, in its finished thing, these are going to be slightly, the smoke launchers are going to be slightly out. But I knew that if they're too tight, this top won't fit on. So that's going to be the reason for that. And one of these smoke launchers are going to be slightly out from the body in the finished tank, but that'll be the reason for them. Fit issues or anything like that, I didn't have any. It went together absolutely beautifully. All locator marks and things like that are quite nicely positioned and stuff. One or two ejector pin marks which had to be kind of covered and things. There was quite a few on the inside of the turret, But when all the little bits and pieces went on, it only worked out that there was only two small ones to be filled. So it was a good job I didn't go filling them all at the start instead of see what thing. As well, one of the things, Joe from Joe's Model Kits said that he's done a couple of Zvezda 172 kits and he found that the plastic was very, very soft. Well, not very, very soft, but quite soft. And I found that as well with this. So anybody who's buying Zvezda, I'll just give you an idea on how soft it is. I've just started work now there today on the suspension arms and I just cleaned them off. I just clipped them off the sprue. I clip them into a little tray and then I have a little one of these little items and I just keep them together then once they're done. And I'll just show you how soft this Zvezda plastic actually is. I'll get one here that's got I'll just take that out of the way just in case it shines kind of back onto the yoke. With my little UMP sander. Now if you look at the top of that, see it? Our little nub. Normally what we do is we'd pinch it off and clean it off with a knife and then get the last little bit with a sander. But this plastic is so soft. Now it's a good thing once you know about it. If you didn't know about it, you could get very, very over heavy on it. Like this is just the I think they're 180s. I'm not 100% sure. It's the black one of the thinny sticks from UMP. Although I think that could be the 180. And that's a 240. Yeah, I think they're 240 grit. So it's not that gritty. There's the grittier. There's the rougher one. And if you look at the top of that, now I'll just give it 1, 2, 3, and it's already reduced it by half. You know. Now that was very, very light. You have to go very, very light, no pressure on the thing. Use the sanding stick itself to do the work. And there you will see. See, and the other little nub here. Slightest bit of rubbing, no pressure whatsoever. Because like you can see the way I'm holding this. If I was putting pressure on that, it would just pop out of my hand. I'm just basically just supporting it and rubbing the sander over it. Completely gone. So that's how soft this this plastic is, as opposed to Tamiya Plastic Dragon or any of the others. So if you do get a Zvezda kit and it does need a bit of sanding, just be careful. Don't go too heavy on it. Let the sander do the work. Don't actually put too much pressure on, and they clean up quite easy. That's basically all I have to say about that. I wanted the suspension, shall we say, with the tub, wherever I put the tub. Oh, there it is there. Last little bits on the tub as well. That's basically what it gives you engine wise. Gives you sort of the cooling fans at the back or whatever they are. Nothing else. I just painted the inside of that white because it's just this work. Once you lift off the tire, it's going to be some colour inside anyway. Like I said, that's basically as far as I am at the moment. With the sides here, these ripply sides, on that, if you can see them, you can see the kind of the mouldings of the plastic is kind of coming through, and it's actually quite a thick piece. So I'm amazed how it rippled like it did, and that will be ugly once it's painted. Now I don't know if it's really showing up, but it's, yeah, you can kind of make out there. It's not very smooth. It's actually quite you know, lumpy, shall we say, quite lumpy as well. When it comes to things, this one is very, very thin, and you can see the warp in that. Now when you put the top on, I think it's fitted there and fitted there. See that? There's a nice big walk. But the plastic is so thin that once that's glued down, it should glue down quite easily, without any hassle, without any popping, because it's so thin. Nice bit of glue. It's not bothering me, shall we say. Just did one or two little bits here in the front as well that had to go on, and that's basically as far as I've got. There's lots of little painting to do on the way, so it's fun, shall we say. It's fun. It's an enjoyable kit. I've had no problems with it, and that's where I am. So I'll catch you up on the next one, lads. Sorry to keep you busy there for the last 10 minutes or so waffling on. Hope you had a nice Christmas, and let's get all set up for a nice new year as well. So, Happy New Year to everybody. This is my update on the Tiger, and I'll catch you up on an update too. Be nice.